Okay, so last session we left off with you guys emerging victorious from the Van Thamper Villa. Thavius Krieg dead in the basement.
Fucker.
2 artifacts in your possession. A NPC who's now your BFF, Fallister Fisk.
Unconscious Lady Van Thamper.
Unconscious old frail lady that you punched in the butt and she collapsed, probably from a broken hip.
She should probably
Should have taken her osteoporosis medication.
I know, exactly. Should have drank more milk when she was younger. And as you were emerging from the villa, you were met by a bunch of flaming fists, led by Porter. Liara Porter. My mind went, nothing.
Her name is...
I can make one up.
Yeah, exactly. Her new name is Liara Porter, dressed in shining plate, blonde hair, kind of breezing back a little bit, and she sent in some flaming fist into the villa to search it, and she told the rest of the flaming fist to escort you to cells for the time being.
Yeah, because we made sure to very thoroughly explain our situation as they were arresting us.
Yes.
I know what this looks like, but...
I know we just murdered the entire house, but...
They're alive.
Yeah.
We just killed some guards, the maid,
Well,
and
the
the
Only
cook.
badly maimed the more innocent members of the household.
Yeah.
I mean, we should probably tell them that, like, you should go check the pantry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably.
I mean, they'll figure it out.
And maybe...
What happens to the cat? Will you take the cat with me?
They're not going to let us keep their cat.
So, I am going to say...
He's my emotional support cat.
Yeah.
I don't think they believe in those.
So the cat slipped away during the craziness, and as you're looking outside of your jail cell, you can see it kind of walking around in the alley.
Hey.
So it's around, but
bud.
keeping its distance.
I make like the pss, 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 that I hear like street kids calling the cats with.
Nice.
You could mimic an actual cat talk, but you're doing the
I
kids doing
could,
it
but
instead.
I want to have like a regular relationship with it.
You don't want to actually.
We're not trying to get furry.
He's already feathery.
Yeah, I think the cat. We'll see what. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he perks up his ears and he looks, and he'll jump up on the ledge, but the bars are too skinny for him to get through. So it's like a reverse pet store.
I like that reverse pet stuff.
So you guys are all kind of split up 2 people per cell. So
Who's with who?
We'll say 5 and Raijin, Q and Clash, and Coin and Fisk. So Fisk, he's kind of casually leaning against the wall, and is Coin nervous? What's kind of the demeanor of Coin? Has he been in prison many times, or what's the?
Coin has absolutely no clue how to act. I'm guessing a bed or a cot or something.
Yeah,
there.
I think there's a cot.
His feet don't reach the ground, so he's sitting on there and he's just swinging his feet. He looks like a child sitting in a jail cell.
Nice.
Kind of like along the border of the U.S., but...
Oh!
Oh, sorry, YouTube.
That's funny. Relevant.
We don't have political views.
So Fisk is as you're sitting on the cot, swinging your legs, looking kind of awkward and nervous. He says, "Don't worry, little goblin. We'll be out of here in no time. Don't you worry about it."
Oh, I didn't mention, he's not nervous at all. He just has no clue what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, I think maybe Fisk kind of misconstrues it as you being nervous.
Yeah, he's confused as to what this place is, because back in his homeland, there's no middle ground here.
Yeah.
crime, and then there's slavery.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. So, so about 2 or 3 hours goes by. Nothing happens.
I'm sitting in the corner praying the whole time.
Okay, cool.
Did they happen to take my tinkerer's tools?
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
yeah.
Damn.
Unless you have like if you want to give me a stealth check and you can like,
Sleight of hand? I would
Yeah.
definitely hide those.
yeah, you to kind of like hide them on your robotic person.
Yeah. Ooh,
I'm throwing down one of those too.
that's a 14.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to notice. I think they see it, but they think it might be part of your
Yeah,
mechanism.
like I put it in like in between the gears
Yeah.
and stuff on my arm.
Yeah, and John, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand as well.
It's an 11.
Yeah, I think they do notice you. Like, I think that they notice that you're a goblin, so they pay extra attention. And while you're trying to, like, slide it away, you give 5 the opportunity to kind of hide his stuff, but they kind of catch you mid hiding.
Is there like any anti-magic stuff in these prisons or not?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'd say that'd be some hardcore stuff.
Yeah, like I think most, like I don't really know for sure, but I would guess most, like normal prisons probably aren't like
Yeah.
super anti-magic because, like,
Like the
there's
cost
not,
for the enchantments for something
Yeah.
like that would be
Yeah.
well, and I think like magic users are probably more rare, like
Baldur's Gate, they might have something like that if it's
yeah. Like
if
they
we're
probably
staying
have
in, like
they would probably have a special like
yeah.
just for spellcasters
Yeah.
prison.
And your guys aren't in like max security or anything by any means. It looks like you're in
Yeah.
the courthouse
And
the
that,
regular
that would
county
be
lock
in like
some,
a holding cell.
that would be some hardcore like max security
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
then Q's sitting
So-
cross-legged on the ground, sort of like meditating, but he's holding his hands out in front of him, and he's trying to summon the light sphere and just kind of hold it in his hand without
Okay.
it disappearing.
Yeah, give me
And
an
it's not. It's okay.
just give me an Arcana check to see how well you do.
I was gonna say
Just
it's
for-
not going well, but it probably won't anyway. With
Okay,
America.
yeah.
He's trying to learn
while
his
I'm
magic
in the
abilities.
cell with Raijin, where are the guards on the outside? Just kind of like casually.
So there's it's like a hall, and there's like cells lining the sides, and there's one guy like standing at the end of the hall where there's 2 cells, and then there's 2 cells mid hall, and then there's another guard on the other side where the rest of the building is.
Okay.
And then you can kind of tell that there's because you were let in. There's an open room with like a card table and like and stuff like that. It's a courthouse with like a police station attached to it, basically. So there's like 2 or 3 other guards that are kind of off duty, kind of getting coffee or whatever. Too.
When I'm in the cell and he sits down to start praying, I go up next to him. I go up next to Raijin, and I'm talking, but not at Raijin. But I'm trying to make it look like I'm talking to Raijin.
Okay.
And I'm just like sharing, like just kind of like my knowledge on the Hell Riders. And while I'm doing that, I'm taking out my Tinker's tools, and I create over the next hour thieves' tools.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I don't think you guys. We'll just say you guys are in one of the middle hall, like the middle of the hall cells.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not like the guards like make passes back and forth every once in a while, but they're not actively looking at you all 24/7. So
Yeah.
So
But I was just sitting next to him, like talking to him, just
okay.
Put
And then what
wires
was
and
your
stuff
roll on your
8.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You see
Fizzling
the
in
kind of
and
like this like.
Fizzles out.
What did you say?
after I mess with the cat, I want to like put my like beak like kind of sticking out between the bars, and then remembering what it sounded like last time I cast it, I want to make the knock sound like equally as loud as it would have been.
Oh God.
Okay. So immediately, one of the guard on the inside of the cell, in the hall, he like turns and he's like, "What's going on?" And he starts to like ring this bell, and you see like 5 or 6 guards like run outside, and then he kind of looks and he was like, "Hey, you! What's going on in there?"
I'll just go like, pss, pss, pss.
And he's kind of like kind of like looks around again, like it looks like something should have happened. Like there's a loud noise, and then the guards outside kind of mingle around for a while. They kind of like shrug their shoulders, and then they kind of go back inside. And the guard inside says, keep it down."
All right, what do you guys think about doing this like a few times, and seeing if they ever like slacken
Up to you.
in their response?
I say go ahead and do it and see what happens.
Yeah, like every like, whenever I'm feeling bored, whenever I start to repeat like my repertoire of like Jailhouse Blues songs, I'll just come over to the bars and like do the same thing.
Okay. After the third time, there's two guards come into the cell, and they hold out like basically like a leather belt, and they say, "Do you want this on you?"
They're gonna muzzle you.
I'll just start to repeat like Captain Zodge's words to them, and see if they like noticed like his voice.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Sure. That's a 20 plus 3. Do you want me to do it with disadvantage though, since they're probably annoyed with me?
No, because like I think they're familiar with you, right? Because they're all Flaming Fist as well. So I think
Okay.
either
I didn't know if they were like the new Flaming Fists, because I know
Yeah.
you said like some of them we didn't know all that well.
no, and I think that's probably there wasn't like a changing of the guard or anything since you came in. Like I think it's just there's a lot of Flaming Fists and they kind of cycle in and out. So I think it's kind of like a common thing. But yeah, I think that's definitely good enough. They say, "Listen, I know you work for Zodge, and he probably put you onto this. I don't know what happened in there, but man, it's got the city in a tussle. That's for sure. If I were you, I'd sit tight." And he's like, "If this happens again, we're gonna muzzle you, though."
Okay.
So 2 more hours pass. It's getting to evening at this
About
point.
this point, my thieves' tools are done.
Okay.
I'm going to unlock the gate.
Okay.
As you go, I'll just be like, "Don't do it."
And I just look at him with.
Okay, yeah, give me a sleight of hand check, and then give me a lockpick check.
Ooh, that's not good on a sleight of hand. That's a 3.
Okay.
And lockpick is.
Yeah, I don't think you even make it that far. So
13.
yeah, so I think you like put your hands out and kind of go to like pick the lock, and give me a dexterity save.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
Yeah, he snatches like one like part of the set of Thieves' Tools from you, and he's like, "What do you think you're doing?"
I don't like being locked.
"Well, you are locked
Okay.
under strict orders,
Okay.
so stay that way."
I'm bored.
Good for you.
But I'm bored. All you
5.
you left me with a
Initiate
priest.
standby mode.
You left me with a priest. I'm bored. He has no conversation whatsoever.
He's like, "Not my problem. Not my problem."
Can at least Clash sing to me?
Sure, as long as it's not that loud noise.
I make the noise, but at like a regular level.
Yeah, that one. Not so loud.
I go, Clash, Zoot Suit Riot, please.
Riot, riot, back to my lemon.
I kind of just like twist my beak in the bars, like I don't know what you're saying. If you sing it, I'll sing it back to you.
So yeah, after that, the last 2 hours is up. Like a group of guards come in, and they unlock the cells, and they take you to kind of like a sitting room, like it would be like a jury deliberation room almost, and you're not chained up or anything like that. You're offered a seat, and then they say, "She'll be in a minute."
Slightly off topic. Did we see where they took Van Thamper Broad?
You did not. They definitely did not take her to the cells.
I mean, I didn't figure as much.
Yeah, like I think
She's too hoity-toity.
Yeah, I think they probably took her to some place to get medical treatment, and then from there you don't know.
Okay. While we were in the cells, I would try to send a message to her.
Okay.
And I would just be like, Zariel will fail you. That's it.
Okay.
I'll try and send it out like 2 or 3 times.
Okay. What's the range on message?
I think it's like
20 feet.
100, yeah, 100 feet, something like
Is
that.
it? Okay.
120 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you don't.
Yeah,
you
they're
don't.
right.
Quick for
You don't get-
casting components. Does Bard have anything like where they cast out of a focus?
So I mean,
instrument.
for the
Oh.
component for that, it's just like a bit of wire.
Yeah, I can give him a piece of wire.
Oh, not for that part. Like I was thinking about for like heat metal. Like I need like a flame and some iron.
So I don't think
There's no
bards
component
cast
for
with
nothing.
the focus.
Depends on the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think a
yours-
lot of them will use like their instrument as a focus.
What kind of bar
Yeah,
are
that's
you
what
again?
John was saying. I probably would have used
He's a
my
whisper
lyre.
bard.
A whisper bar.
Yeah, I think you kind of are your instrument.
So yeah, you don't get a response at all.
Yeah.
There's
I'm-
you don't know if it was received or if it was not received. But
I would have been more surprised if I got a response than not
Yeah.
getting one.
Yeah.
It was just kind of a part of my prayer just after so long.
okay. So Liara Porter comes in a few minutes later, and still in full gleaming armor, and she kind of like sits down heavily on a chair, and she says, "Quite the mess, the Van Thamber estate."
Does your armor ever get dirty?
No,
Why?
because I have a enchantment on it that keeps it clean.
I would like to learn that enchantment.
I apologize for him. He never stops.
Yeah, she says, so we recovered the notes that you guys kept on you, and we had a little talk with Lady Van Thamper.
I'm sure she was quite forthcoming.
She was, for sure. She really couldn't explain why she had a temple to a devil lord in her basement, which
False
is...
gods, false gods.
And she kind of nods to you, and she says, "Clash, right?"
I repeat my name, but it's the notes.
Yeah. And she's like, she kind of like winces a little bit, and she's like, "Yes, Zaj spoke highly of you. I've been talking to him pretty closely the last few hours." She says, "So you think Krieg is responsible for Elturel?"
He confessed.
In the notes, it said it.
I did not say anything about it in the notes, I don't think.
No.
I can start to repeat the part where he goes, "I sold their souls."
Yeah. Like, yeah, the part that he's like, she's like, yeah, where he's like, "I thought I could,
Yeah.
work a deal or take it back."
I had
and-
50 years.
Yeah, yeah, I had 50 years to do it. Yeah, and she says, "Yeah, we tried cast speak with dead on his body, but it didn't work for some reason. Like it talked about the shield of the hidden lord and
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff that
Is that the shield that we found?
I don't know if that's the shield that we found. I mean, probably. But
What did
Find
she
us a
call it? The
fancy
shield of
talking
what?
Shield.
the Hidden Lord.
Oh,
I don't
wasn't
know.
he called the Hidden Lord? Like Gold?
yeah,
or something
yeah,
like that?
yeah,
Yeah, Garguth or Gargoth.
Or like 10 of
Gargoth.
9 or something?
yeah, 10 of 9.
Yeah.
The hidden lord, the yeah, he had like a long.
Oh yeah,
list of
that'd be
names.
another thing. I'd be like,
Treasurer.
have you done anything with that horrid shield?
We've been discussing what to do with it.
I care to take it
Coin
apart.
Charmer looks over and he notices you guys talking about the 10 of 9 thing, and he
Mhm.
goes,
I don't know how you people do any business with math like that.
Love it.
Liara kind of like breaks her like kind of like grim face with like a half smile, and she says, "We're worried that Elturel was the first, and that they're trying."
Well, in the note it said, in one of the notes it said that, because I remember, I wish I still had them. I don't know what to do with them.
I think I threw
But,
it in the trash. So I was like, oh, I don't think we need it anymore.
No, one of them talks about not Thaddeus Creed, but that what's her name, Van Thamper, the lady, was going to be the next leader of Baldur's Gate after they basically did the same thing to
Baldur's Gate that they did to Elturel.
yeah.
Yeah, they said that's our fear. We've had our best clerics look at the shield. I don't understand what you're saying about it speaking. It hasn't spoken with us at all. It is very desecrated. We feel like maybe the Van Dampers were trying to use it as some sort of like maybe like an evil anchor of some sort that might pull Baldur's Gate down with it.
I fear that there is a powerful devil imprisoned in it.
I wouldn't be surprised. In any case, it's very dangerous, and even more dangerous if it's kept in one place.
Agreed.
Our next destination was Candlekeep. We can take it away from here.
And she kind of takes a breath and she says, "Yes, and I forgot to mention Fisk was taken out at some point too. It's in my notes, but I forgot to mention it. And she's like,
Wait, he's with us, or he was taken out separately?
He's not
He
with
was
us.
he was taken out, and then he didn't return.
Okay.
Yeah. So she says, I've been talking with Fisk. He says that there's 2 artifacts that he was sent to recover. He said that they are both very dangerous, and the small box that you found, we think it might hold more information on what the specifics of the deal Thavius made, and if maybe Baldur's Gate was somehow involved as well. So the 4, she says, excuse me, sorry, the 3 and myself have deliberated, and we've decided that it would be best to send you with Fisk and the shield and the box to Candlekeep. We feel that there are a lot of keen minds there. The wizard that Fisk works for, Fisk speaks very highly of, and we believe that maybe they can ascertain more than we can.
Can you spare a few fists?
I can give you 5.
Very well.
And she says,
Why did we
We're
need the
gonna need
fist to come with us?
6.
Just as
He's our.
No amputees.
we just need a little, just for extra entourage, because we're carrying some crazy shit.
He's also our connection to the Candlekeep. He'll just make it easier for us.
I know, but I'm just saying, why do we need extra fists? I mean, if we have Fisk, yes, Fisk is our entrance.
more flaming
but we
fists.
don't-
Oh,
Yeah.
Fists. Sorry.
Fists, yeah.
Yeah.
Fist.
Yeah,
I just want.
I would prefer if no flaming fists come with us, because we don't know. I don't trust these guys. These guys are twisted, and like I'm sure we could pay them to leave.
Well, so
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Well, we can talk to Mr. What the fuck was the guy's name who was giving us orders?
Zaj.
Zaj.
We could talk to Mr. Zaj. I'm sure he could point out some fine gentlemen to accompany us. I think the more the merrier. We almost got failed by regular bandits on our way to this town. And now you want to go traipsing off with this powerful artifact and no support?
I understand where you're going with.
I don't know
I
about
agree.
that.
I agree. That is of sound mind to take more with us than I guess.
She says, I understand your hesitation about the fist. They haven't had the best reputation. I'm hoping to fix that shortly, now that I'm in command. But
Can I ask for, and I give her like 5 names of the people that we traveled here with. like
Like
just
the-
5 people from the caravan who were like security with us.
There weren't any in the caravan.
No.
There was just you guys were
Yeah.
security for the.
Well, there was Bob.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the dude from the well, I guess he was part of the caravan or carnival.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we would get anybody from there.
Julian's character.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was not a guard. He was part of the
Yeah, he
traveling
was an
troupe.
act.
Yeah, he
He
was.
could cast levitate.
Yeah.
He was really good at it.
So she's like, unfortunately, I can't offer anything else. It looks like you looted the Van Thamper Villa rather thoroughly. I am willing, as a thank you, to look the other way and allow you to leave with it. But that's all I can offer.
It is much appreciated. May I ask, have you decided on a fate for Lady Van Thamper?
Not yet. There will be a trial. Once we find out more information about how Thavius Krieg brought Elturel down, we will then have more information to prosecute her.
Understood.
Are there any other Hell Riders in this city that we know of? Anyone that should
Most
be warned?
the other Hell
maybe,
Riders
that
have already died.
all of them?
I believe. I mean, we only know of the 3.
I was just asking because I just thought they might be interested
I
in the
got-
fact that they sold their
Where to go?
souls
I could
to
potentially,
hell
I
unknowingly.
could check in with my guild and see if there's any deliveries going to Candlekeep, and maybe
That's
we could
all.
get some provisions to go along with us.
I
My
agree with
man
that.
wants to know about the fate of his immortal soul. That's all.
I got
Yeah.
9 crests of peoples.
Yeah.
Can
So,
Captain Zodge come with us?
she says, unfortunately, I need Zodge here. But if you want to talk to Zodge and have him assign the 5 that goes with you, then that's fine.
I like a nod to the rest of the group.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, would we know if there's any more?
So, did you have really time to look over all that documents? Because you found it in the Van Thamper Villa, and it was taken away from you when you left.
That's
the Van Thamper
fair.
Villa. Like you could have glanced at it. Like it looks like a lot of research on lineage was done. So they had a lot of like history of like descendants of
Right,
Hell
right,
Riders. And they were basically keeping all that information, and then when someone would come in,
They'd get a
and
ping
what-
and,
they
you know,
they
whatever.
they would ask for what's your ancestor's name, and then
Emmerich.
Yes, thank you.
Amric, yes.
Yeah,
so you ask about him.
yeah.
He has eluded us so far.
Well, that is not
Yes,
We're,
good.
we're searching for him.
Oh, he's eluded you.
Yeah,
He's a businessman, right?
Yeah.
he was.
You may
Is
have
it
you checked?
masked as a legitimate business?
Like I'm trying to remember.
He has that. He's not part of the. He has a room
Yeah, he had a room at that boat place.
and something
Right.
T, sort of the T.
Yeah,
But it's a permanent fixture in the city, right?
that boat.
The
So
low
I can
lantern.
talk to
Yeah, the low
members of the
lantern.
guild and see if there's any information.
Yeah, I
they
mean,
can
he was a
glean about it.
prominent figure.
Yeah, he definitely was, and he had a legitimate business as part of the Van Thampers. But then his side hustle was
Right.
the refugee papers, right?
Yeah.
So, I assume you've done your job well. I'm not trying to insult, but checked his places, told the surrounding cities, etc., etc.
Yes, we've sent riders out, but we haven't found him yet. So. At this point, with all of the refugees crowding the city,
Of course.
it's very easy for someone to disappear.
Understood.
He could have left on any one of ships that have left full of refugees. We just don't know at this point, but we are actively searching for him.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Is there anything else?
You don't have a speck of food on you, do you?
Um,
I'm just a bit peckish. They took all the food I confiscated from the Van Manor.
yeah, she kind of like huffs a little bit, and she's like,
They did some biscuits and a little bit of sweet tea.
she's like, unfortunately, the provisions here are for the Flaming Fist, and as I understand it, you are not Flaming Fist.
Well,
at
you
this
don't
point.
feed prisoners. We were your prisoners. That puts us in the
Well,
okay.
At least some bread for them.
We feed them every other day. And
I repeat Captain Zodge's words, saying that they're deputies.
Oh yeah, we are deputized Flaming Fist.
and I believe you had to turn in your badges when you.
No, only 2 of us turned in our badges. Because we were me and Clash are the only 2 that ever went back.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, that is
Well, I'm
true.
sure they confiscated them when they arrested us.
Yeah. She'll say, I could spare a loaf.
I'll take it kindly, thank you.
Okay. She kind of nods to a guard, and he like kind of gives her a strange look.
What level is create food and water?
Seriously. That'd be
Fine,
great.
there with the
Food and
whole
water
loaf.
is third. Create and destroy. Just water is first, but for
There you
food
go.
it's third.
Jeez.
Right? That's a hefty miracle.
Yeah. So then she says, I'll lead you to your items. We'll keep the shield and the cube locked away. We've got it bound in iron. When you are ready to leave, then you can come pick them up.
May I examine the shield?
Yes, you may.
I will accompany him.
Okay. So she says, with that, I believe Fisk is ready to go whenever you are. So any business you need to finish up here, you can, and then we will send you on your way.
I'm gonna run down to the lower district and check in with my guild, pay my dues. I don't know if it's been a month, but
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been a month. It's been I think 12
but
or
I'm
13
about
days.
to go away, so
Yeah.
I might pay ahead.
Pay ahead. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then see if there's any kind of provisions or if there's anything going to Candlekeep we can take with us as kind of a not a side quest, but
Yeah.
a side quest.
Yeah, give me a like a persuasion roll.
Okay. It's gonna be 14.
Okay. Yeah, I think there is a provision. What would go to Candlekeep?
Mostly books,
Yeah.
reading supplies, paper.
Wizard paper,
Yeah. No, nothing that
perfumes,
crazy.
incense.
They are wizards on the coast.
Yeah, we'll just say some spices that were imported from the sea, and they're headed that way. They're leaving tomorrow morning, first thing, and he says that the guild master will say, yeah, you're welcome to escort him if you'd like.
Okay, I'll do that. I hand them back to him real quick though, and I tell him to double bag them because we have a very hungry monk in our crew.
To double bag the spices?
Yeah.
Oh no, the spices are on a cart, and the cart is leaving.
Great.
The cart is leaving tomorrow morning,
Oh, okay.
so it's like a big shipment of spice.
I got you. So we got a ride.
Yeah.
Sweet.
When we go in to look at the shield, I will use my last first level spell slot
Okay.
and cast Protection from Evil and Good on him.
Okay. Cool. So we'll deal with you guys, and then any other cleanup we need to do in Baldur's Gate before we take off, we can do that. So you're led into the basement of the courthouse, and there's this is the max security area, and there is a evidence locker, and in the back of the evidence locker there's another room, and it's lined in metal. and it's guarded by like 5 or 6 guards. And Liara walks down and says, "Allow these 2 in to view the artifacts. Don't let them leave with them until I give my okay. But they may examine them, but they're not to leave with them."
Cool. After I cast my spell on him, I'll just look at him like, "You have 10 minutes, and then I'm taking us out of here."
I need as much time as I can to examine this shield fully. So I sit down and I pull out my book and I basically start going over it, tracing. Like, it's not going to be like a pretty, but it's for me knowing schematics.
Okay.
And I'm going to slowly attune to it for over an hour.
Yeah, no, after 10 minutes, I drag him out.
Okay.
I will not. I'm like, stop, go away. Like, look at the curvature here. Look at this over here. Look at this here. This is the celestial part.
16 for grapple.
Yeah, either athletics or acrobatics.
Neither one's great. Ooh, no, that's an 11.
Okay. Yeah, so you begin to draw it out, and Raijin might sense, some magical energy flowing between the 2 of you.
Well, it wouldn't look like magical energy. It just looks like me learning.
But you're still
Right.
like attuning to it. There's a magical transfer that happens during the attunement. I don't know if you would notice that or if you're just the 10 minutes is up.
Yeah, no, my spell lasts for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I gave him 10 minutes,
Okay.
and then I drag him out like I said I would.
Okay. So maybe he doesn't even notice that you're trying to attune.
Yeah.
But so you're begin to be drug out of the
Okay.
room, and the
That is
guards are
fine.
like, "What's happening? Is there a problem?"
We're done here.
Okay.
I will finish drawing this on our way to Candlekeep.
Okay. And the shield does not talk to you at all the entire time you're in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other, Julian? Did you want to go talk to Zodge about the 5 guys that are accompanying you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah. So Zodge is in his new appointed officer's station. As he sees you walk in, a big smile crosses his face, and he says, "Clash, I knew you could do it. Appreciate it." And he says, "I got something for you." And he pulls open a drawer and pulls out his your flaming fist badge, and he kind of tosses it at you again.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll I guess look at it, spend a long time, and then toss it back to him.
Okay. He says, "Wavering faith."
I'll start to repeat what he said about the Van Thampers being very powerful, and how we couldn't. They wouldn't give us any backup
Yeah.
to go after them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he kind of nods and he's like, "I understand." He's like, "Well, it's yours if you ever change your mind." And he tosses it back in his drawer and he's like, "What can I help you with?" I'm sure this
I'll
isn't like
mention
a
how,
kiss and a hug goodbye.
Liara said that she would give us 5 fists.
Okay. And he says, he's like, "Yeah, do you have any in mind that you trust, or if not, I've got a few that I feel are trustworthy enough."
You. Yeah.
He says, "There's no way I'm going to be able to get out."
No, you choose.
Oh, you choose. Okay, gotcha. He's like, "Okay." So he sends runners out to fetch the 5 guys.
Burgers and fries. I was waiting for it.
5 guys with his fries.
Well, timing had to be just right.
Yeah. And after like half an hour, they're kind of rounded up. And he says, "Liara has assigned you 5 to escort these guys to Candlekeep. And he doesn't mention anything about artifacts or anything like that. He just says, Flaming Fist business. You're to keep them safe and leave them alone. And he says, you're under, while you're out, you're under direct supervision of Clash.
Nice.
Happy kinku noises.
So he
Strum
kind of,
like a major chord.
he kind of nods to you and then kind of turns his back thematically.
Oh, well, and then as we're leaving the office, I'll give it one last thematic glance.
Yeah, he kind of like the camera
Although
is
this
like,
is the new office, right? So I don't really even have any like memories of this office.
oh yeah, yeah. Like as you walk out of the room, like the camera is on his face, and he kind of gives like a half smile, and
Single tear.
fade to black. Yeah.
Love it.
Hold on a second. Yeah. Anybody else want to anything?
I'll pick up a fresh set of cartographer tools.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Easy enough to find.
I put 50 gold on the table, and is that enough? Is that how much things cost?
How much are cartographers doing?
They're 15 gold.
15.
I don't know how much things are worth.
Value out.
Yeah, just store value.
I think they're pretty cheap.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, like 15 gold.
Nat 1.
Okay.
Reroll.
Oh yeah, halfling.
Halfling.
19 plus 5.
Okay.
24.
You almost walk into a different like shop, and something just seems fishy to you. So you go to a different shop, and they're like, oh no, that's way too much. These are 15 gold. So,
Oh, well, thank you very much. Might give him 20 gold.
he gives you a nod and hands them over.
Great.
Just as Five and I are like leaving and like making our way back to wherever, I would just go on about like,
I understand your fascination with learning and understanding and gadgetry and
I wish to understand
whatever.
If it has a devil in it or some great evil, I want to know how to destroy it.
There's nothing you can learn about destroying it from interacting with it more. The more you interact with it, the more chance you have of it corrupting you. And I will not have that.
I agree.
Warhammer?
What was that, John?
Is that why you never use your Warhammer?
nice.
It's in the mace.
I did pick up a mace, but yeah, I did have a warhammer.
While we're traveling, we need to not interact with this at all, other than to make sure that it is transported safely.
That's
The
shield,
destruction of this item is the paramount of importance, aside from finding what happened to El Terrell and stopping Zuriel, whatever else may be. Do you
Right?
understand
This
it?
is gonna be so fun.
I believe I understand. But I am trying to take an inquisitive understanding about this to expand my knowledge base, to expand my knowledge of the devil inside, to expand where the devil may reside, to expand to understand. If he is 10 of the 9, there's only 9 levels of hell. If one is removed, he will take his place. He is the treasurer of hell. Who knows what great wealth of information, knowledge, souls, weapons they could use to come to Earth.
Do we know of any like big temples around, or like I know Baldur's Gate isn't the most devout
Yeah.
of cities, but surely there's a temple to like Torm or
Yeah, I mean, there's a
like
smaller,
a big guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's some temples that are smallish, but
Cool.
I want
I
to
would like to take this opportunity to suggest to the group that while we have time during our travel, we can perform possibly some material experiments on the shield to see potentially what its metal is made of. What I've got some ideas if you guys would like some help.
I would take it. I would take
I'm
you
sure
up on a
Five
coin
would be
charmer.
interested. What's that?
I would take you up on that coin charmer.
as we're wandering, I'm gonna just steer us to a temple.
Okay, so Raijin is heading in a specific direction that maybe you haven't been before, like you and Coin.
I'd be like,
Coin's not much of a churchgoer.
Yeah, I mean at this point you're just walking a street, but he purposefully takes a left.
as soon as like we cross like the threshold, I'm like, good idea, Raijin. We should get some healing potions while we're here.
Sure, we'll inquire about healing potions with the temple.
Okay. Yeah.
But I will insist
haggle
that
over the price.
we talk briefly with a priest and pray for an hour.
Okay. Yeah, they do have healing potions. You worship Torm, right?
I worship Bahamut. He is subservient to Torm.
Okay.
So they're like related.
Yeah. So yeah, because you have a whatever
Connection.
ladder scheme of gods type thing, then yeah, they have 2 healing potions available for 50 gold each. So
Cool.
I will haggle over the price.
they when you start to haggle, they say, "Would you steal from God?"
Wait, hold on. I might have a thing for that. Hold
Which
on.
one?
Would you steal from the poor?
Hold on.
You obviously are not poor.
I turn out my pockets.
The answer to both those questions
They're
is yes.
empty.
Where's all your gold?
Okay, so
The picture I drew has 2 gold in like as a 2 gold as like a
Earrings.
like plugs.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
okay,
Nice.
so I do have the acolyte background.
Okay.
One of the features is shelter of the faithful.
Okay.
As an acolyte, you command the respect of those who share your faith, and you can perform the religious ceremonies of your deity. You and your adventuring companions can expect to receive free healing and care at a temple, shrine, or other established presence of your faith. You must provide material components for the spell. Yada yada yada. You're holy. Can I use that to try and get just a teensy discount?
I got a backup plan.
Like 5 gold off of each.
No.
Yeah, give me a persuasion
Sure.
check.
Yeah.
Look at one priest trying to haggle another.
Oh yeah, that's
There's a joke in
10.
there somewhere.
Yeah, she'll say, these are in great need, and only
Yeah.
the most worthy clerics usually get these on great adventures. Unfortunately, we can't spare them, because we need the gold that we make from these to make more.
Yeah, no, I
Do you
gotcha.
take donations?
What about the Spice Guild?
What about the Spice Guild?
We're delivering spices with the Spice Guild to Candlekeep. Would you want them to be without any healing? Should we befall any harm?
No, definitely not. For 50 gold, we'd be happy to give you a few
I buy
healing
one.
potions. Okay, yeah, so you buy one, 50, okay.
I'll buy the other.
Okay.
I gave it a shot.
And
But
then
yeah,
you
I'll make.
pray for a little bit?
Yeah, we'll pray for a little bit. We'll discuss with one of the priests about the extreme evils of devils and how they can be conniving and
Oh, so
work their
you're kind
wiles.
of, you're trying to like Osmosis 5 and Coin about how horrible.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think that the priest there will regale you for as long as you would like about the evils of demons and devils and how he knew someone that made a deal and lost his soul and he slowly turned into a devil.
Where's your deity, Ethan?
Bahamut.
Do you have a minute to talk about Bahamut?
Yeah.
Can I see your Xantar guy?
Our Lord and Savior.
You go to talk to a different priest, and he gives you the same story, but it's a different guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm just whatever.
Okay.
I'm working on my devoutness to Bahamut and, expanding the goodness in the world for a less vengeful but still holy crusade.
All right. So,
I out loud make the point that I kind of go, wow, Bahamut is a dragon? All those people in that place that we just came from worship dragon.
Different dragon! Evil dragon! That's gonna be the whole campaign, isn't it?
You'll never know I'm on your side.
So how does Five and Coin respond to kind of getting drug into a temple and given the bill of
Like archaeologists exploring a primitive culture. Sorry.
Basically it. I'm looking at the architecture.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I also want.
See any money-making opportunities?
Yeah, I basically will be asking him and giving him a full list of things I would need to see if they have anything. One of the things may be magical divine scrolls to write cure spells into.
So you're looking like a spell scroll to make.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What does the Zenithar say about it?
It costs 25 gold for first level. Second level, I wouldn't know. So.
So you want an actual spell scroll?
No,
not
I
just
want to
He
a-
wants to
create-
make it.
Oh, okay.
Because you can just spend some downtime if you
Like, he
as long
wants,
as you
like,
have the
the
components
paper, I
and
think
you
is-
know the
Okay.
spells, you can make a scroll.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I think that they have.
I love those downtime rules; they're so great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they have. What are you looking for?
Basically just enough so I can make cure wounds.
One cure wounds.
No, as much as they can give me. It's $25 gold pieces per page.
Okay.
So
Yeah, they can spare 2 cure wounds worth of components.
okay, and then I will spend the time later.
Okay. How long does that take to make?
1 day.
Really? That's it for
1 day for first level.
Yeah, for first level, if you
Okay.
like the bigger.
Yeah, I thought it was like.
It's
a
250
long
for
time.
it's 250 in 3 days.
Yeah.
Third
But those
is
are
1 week.
downtime days, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But we
so
can
that's
spend that sitting in a
if you
cart
remember
just writing.
Adventures League, you only earn what was it, 4 hours of downtime for every,
Well, it
adventure?
all depends on what
20
you're doing.
days.
Like if you're on a march to somewhere, that's not downtime. But if you're riding in a cart,
Yeah.
you could consider that downtime.
And you have to have
You can-
proficiency in arcana skill.
And you could spend half of your watch time, or if someone else is on watch, you can just stay up for a while. There's a bunch of different things that you can use as downtime. But the way Adventure Leagues works, they can't just give you all the downtime. They have to really manage it out.
Yeah.
And there is a 10% chance of complications.
Yeah. Okay. So you can definitely. I think that, if you can negotiate a spot on the cart, I think you can work on that on your trip to Candlekeep.
Okay.
If you would do
Do
that.
you want me to roll to see if I hit that 10% or below?
We'll do that on the trip.
Okay.
I totally forgot too. I want to find slobber chops.
Oh yeah. So I think a few minutes after you're kind of released to I think before you even reach Zodge, Slobber Chops kind of runs up next to you and kind of does the rub against your leg.
Pick them up, sit them on top of my drums.
Yeah, he attacks your arm, and then he licks it.
I let him play, but when it starts to bite through my feathers, I'm like, ah.
Okay. Yeah. Then he'll kind of sit on your drums. So he was with you when you were talking to Zodge and stuff like that. Anything else?
Is that bathhouse we hit open for business?
It is not open for business. It is 100% closed. There might be another bathhouse.
Nah, it's alright. I like that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
could probably locate one for you.
Just probably find a good meal before we go.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're just spending like the rest of the day, the night, and then we're leaving the next
Yeah,
day,
the
right?
the next day. So yeah, Clash returns to kind of the group. You guys are given an apartment to stay in.
How
for
long
the
is the journey to Candlekeep?
night.
I don't know. Excellent
know-
question.
I don't know. I am not sure.
The materials testing on the shield that I proposed is only about 10 minutes per party member.
I think he wants us to stand with the shield and get hit.
No. Nothing like that.
You know, pour acid on it.
No, not unless you have acid on you.
I have acid.
Well, you're going to want to stow that.
Don't you like make acid?
No, I make lightning.
Like the acid breath?
Lightning.
Mm.
That's my
How
whole
are you
shtick.
with
Everything's
potions?
lightning.
I can make.
Wait, did you say you're terrified of lightning?
No, everything I
Oh.
do is lightning.
That'd be funny if you were scared of it.
He's scared of thunder.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious as a storm sorcerer tempest cleric to be afraid of thunder.
It's a 5-day journey to Candlekeep.
I buy enough rations for
10 days.
no. Yeah, I was
You
thinking
gotta think about the return trip.
like 20
Way
days
more
worth
than
of
is
rations for the
necessary.
5-day journey.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what ration.
Just do a solid
cost
month.
is.
I mean, yeah, I don't.
It's gotta be less than like a gold piece a day.
Yeah, I think,
I mean, I'm
A barrel
yeah,
of salt.
I say rations, but I mean like just all kinds of fucking
crazy food.
travel food.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
For one day, it is 1 silver. No, 5 silver.
5 silver, so 5 times 20,
yeah.
and
Knock up
100
like we're
silver.
going
That's
on
1
the
gold.
Oregon Trail.
10
10
gold.
silver.
10 gold.
10 gold. Yeah.
All right, I bought 10 gold with the rest.
Oh yeah, I want to get like some like nice like treats for slobber chops, like some nice hard cheeses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep well.
yeah, like-
Maybe like some salted fish.
A couple silver pieces will probably cover that. Okay.
I want to sell my Warhammer.
Isn't that part
Probably.
of your faith?
Yeah, and if there's plenty of armor shops and everything in Baldur's Gate, so any kind of armor, any kind of anything from the player's handbook is basically sold
I will go and look for.
at cost.
I don't think I can get better than like studded leather for light armor, right?
No.
Nah.
I need to see if I can even wear better armor.
I will go and see if I can get half plate.
Okay.
I think I could wear half plate. I don't know.
Half plate is medium armor. There's no strength requirements.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Okay. Yeah, I think you can get half plate, whatever the price, whatever the
700
cost.
gold?
Yeah.
750.
Yeah.
What's the penalty if you're like not proficient in it though?
If you're not proficient in it, let's see. Armor proficiency. Anyone can put on a suit of armor. Only those proficient in this armor's use know how to wear it effectively. If you wear armor that you lack proficiency with, you have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack rolls
Oh my gosh.
that involve strength or dex. And you cannot cast spells.
What will? Okay.
So,
That's crazy.
as long as you're proficient in the armor, you can cast spells, which is another
Yeah.
reason I'm doing the sorcerer cleric build thing, because I can have the
Bards
armor.
only get light armor proficiency.
I will also
though.
sell my my breastplate and my scale mail.
Okay. It's half
So
whatever the purchase price is.
Breastplate is 200, scale mail is 25.
Um,
Yeah, I can't wear any better armor. Shame.
And
What's wrong
you
with the
get
armor
heavy?
that you
Oh,
got?
because you're already
Yeah,
wearing it.
I'm wearing chainmail, which only requires a strength 15, but the next one up for splint, you require strength 15, which I do not
I
have.
beg your pardon, sir. You're wearing +1 chainmail.
Zoltar and
I am,
Beth, did
yes.
they have a boy or a girl?
Which is
Yeah,
wonderful.
I ran into
That
this
boy.
problem with Malgrim because he
I
was
want to
like
find a
so
teeny
many
tiny
different
little
classes.
banjo. I want to get it painted blue
Okay.
with a green dragon wrapped around the neck.
Awesome. Yeah. I think
I
that
like that.
they won't quite have it done, but they can have it delivered.
Yeah, I'll have it delivered. I'll leave
Okay.
it a surprise, but I do want to visit them too.
Okay.
Let
Yeah.
them know we're leaving. Give them my best wishes, and I'll give them 100 gold.
Oh, nice.
How about Elven Chain?
Yeah, they're more than ecstatic. you know,
As a gift for their company.
yeah, and you know, Zoltar is so super
Music
proud,
lessons.
and you know holds up the baby, and he's like, oh, check it out, kid, how's you know, hold him. His name will be.
Oh, they did have a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Zoltan.
Yeah.
Baby Z.
I tell him a little bit about what we've done the last few days. I tell him we killed the richest family in town.
I
And robbed them blind.
been quite busy then.
Yeah, we were in jail for a night, but then they let us out.
They're like, it's like, that's great.
Bread was all right.
Q.
No sweet tea though.
Glad you maybe give Dunan back to me.
Yeah,
Dunan is his name.
Dunan.
I will buy 1 healer's kit.
Okay.
Actually, I'll make it 2. I will buy 2 healer's kits.
Ooh.
Big
Do you have
spender.
that healer feat?
I don't, but
This should be
they are still useful.
Yeah. It's
I-
auto stabilize, right?
Yeah. No, if I, I've been debating back and forth if I'm going to take the healer's feat, but I'm like 4 levels away from that. So
You got some time.
yeah. I am going to keep my warhammer. But I'm also let's see if there's anything else I want to buy.
So we can I guess we can keep moving if there's anything that you guys kind of want to buy in arrears.
A year later, hey, so when we were in that town in the beginning of the game, I bought this thing I need now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna buy some alchemist tools.
I'm assuming something like
Okay.
ridiculous, like a bag of holding, would be 1 out
Yeah.
of our budget, 2
Yeah.
probably not available.
Yeah, magic items are pretty not
Yeah.
regularly for sale.
Okay,
I'm gonna
but
find
what
that
about a
in the novel.
used bag of holding? Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
It's a
everything
regular
comes
bag
out
of holding,
covered in glitter.
Except everything that you take out of it comes out covered in glitter.
Oh no.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna find a novelty shop.
Glitter and there's just like
see if
ants
they
in
have,
there.
Like a
Yeah.
miniature replica of Baldur's Gate
Fucker, it's on the
that I
food.
can carry around with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a magnet.
Like a tourist
Yeah.
shop?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate's Wandering Emporium or something. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
Yeah.
do they have like a small Kinku figure too? Maybe you guys can get your own figures, and then we could play a role-playing game
Yeah.
set in Baldur's Gate.
There you go.
That would be hilarious.
Perfect. Yeah. You can find a little like carved. Actually, it's probably not like a tourist shop. There's probably like maybe some.
It'd be like a toy shop.
Yeah, or like a poor kid is on the corner selling them. Maybe as you're like close to the gates, there's a kid that says, you know, get your commemorative Baldur's Gate, you know, wooden sculpture. Yeah, snow globe.
Yeah, I toss him 5 gold for it.
Oh yeah,
Oh my god.
his eyes go huge, and he hands it to you. And he actually puts the one that he has in his hands. He like puts away, and he gets out a better one. He was like, my earlier ones weren't as good, but this is my latest, and it's the best I've done.
And I kind of I take it and I put it in my pocket and I grumble to him to show me the one that he was working on
Mhm.
that he just put in his pocket.
Yeah,
See if he hands it to me for a second.
yeah. He says, yeah, it's not very. This one's not as good. I had a dull knife, and
I used one of my magical tinkerings to make the little city that he carved out of it. It shoots fireworks out like every half hour.
Sick.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
He says, "Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Can you do it 7 more times?" Okay. He gets another one out and hands it to you.
I do as many as I can do, which is
Okay.
3
Okay.
total. So he has 3 little fireworks Baldur's Gates.
Okay. How long does it last?
Until he does
I think they last.
Until you remove it or switch it.
That's right, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. You only get 5. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Or 4.
Well, I get 3.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So he's very super happy, and you have a little Baldur's Gate memorabilia piece.
Nice.
So you meet back at the courthouse. Fisk is there, and he says, "Are you guys ready?"
We've got a long rest.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Cool.
So the
I'm going to switch my. During the long rest, I'm going to switch my +1 from my sword to my pistol.
okay. So
I've already eaten 2 of the rations I bought.
okay.
Wait, those are for like the entire day's worth of food, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. It's like what from Lord of the Rings, the Lammas bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One bite is enough to fill a grown man's stomach. How many have you eaten? 4.
Yeah. The Flaming Fist 4 guards emerge from the basement. They're carrying a steel case, and it's kind of it's almost like a funerary, like it's got like 2 poles on each side, and
Cool. We got a bunch of locks on it.
there are 2 locks on it, and they kind of set it on the ground in front of you, and they say, "Good luck," and then they kind of turn around.
Who's got the keys?
I do. I pick up one side.
What's it look like? I'm sorry.
got the keys.
So
description of-
the guard will pull out the keys and hand them to Clash.
So
Okay,
the
I'll
shield's in the
hand
box.
one of them to 5.
Okay.
And then, are we gonna open it right now?
No.
No. We are
We're
not
not
opening
opening
this under any circumstances.
What were you saying, John?
Say the shield's in a box. I kind of missed that.
Yeah. Sorry. You can assume that the shield and the cube are in this like steel box that has 2 poles, kind of like a casket, to kind of, or an arc, I guess.
We're definitely going to have to get that shield out if we want to perform any materials science experiments on it.
I didn't know we were traveling with the Mythbusters.
Not really myth busters per se.
Arcana busters.
I do want to ask Fauster Fisk, who are we talking to in Candlekeep?
Great wizard of mine. His name's Sim.
He's your wizard?
Hmm?
You said great
Great
wizard,
wizard
of
friend
mine.
of mine.
Oh.
Sorry, I missed
Sim?
Sim.
Oh, Sim.
S-I-M?
Yep. Okay. You guys head out. You meet up with the wagon of spices. There's a place that you guys can put the chest if you'd like on it, or you can carry it with you.
Put it in the wagon. I will sit with the wagon. I did want to see one other thing, if I could, before leaving.
Okay.
I wanted to see if I can buy all the parts to make basically a bigger pistol. Barrel, stock, lever, sear, springs.
It's probably not.
Wait, like a stock on a pistol?
No, basically make my pistol, but bigger and longer. Basically make a rifle.
I think the ATF would have some words about that.
Yeah. If you, I think probably if you had more time,
Musket.
you could probably find enough, but with like less than a day in Baldur's
Ooh,
Gate.
I do not have enough gold to buy a musket. So
Okay.
never mind.
Okay.
I may buy
We'll
some
just
of the
have to
parts,
work on
but
making you one.
what's that?
We'll just have to work on making you one.
Well, I was going to try to buy the parts so we could assemble it, but they are 500 gold pieces for all of the parts,
Yeah.
and I only have
God.
200.
Just buy it. It's only 300 gold.
So you tried. You maybe found a couple pieces for it, but you didn't have enough time to.
How much would you say that I have bought?
I mean, however much gold you want.
I will spend 100 gold
Okay.
on parts, so I
Okay.
am a fifth of the way there.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair.